Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog and to my YouTube channel at stampwithelaine.com. I can't believe we're in February already, and it seems like only yesterday since we welcomed the new year in. Valentine cards don't necessarily have to be lots of hearts and flowers and things, or traditionally red and black. So I'm going down the route of this pebbled path for a bold masculine colour. The papers are actually from Nature's Sweetness in the January to April mini catalogue, and it's from the Nature's Sweetness suite. This is one of the larger collections because there are two bundles in the suite. There's the Lovely and Sweet bundle, which is this one with the flowers, and then there's the Notes of Nature bundle, which is this one over here, and that's the one I've got, so that you can earn a free product from the celebration brochure. For every £45 you spend, you can choose a product free, and these are the opaque faceted gems, which I thought went quite well with the card. To make this card, I've actually used a different stamp set that I already had from last year or the year before, I can't remember. It's called Love for You, and it's got Happy Valentine's Day sentiment on it. Now this scallop die actually comes from a new die set, which is called Excellent Eggs Dies. I got this for Easter really. So I've scalloped that to set it against the backdrop of the beautiful Nature's Sweetness specialty papers, because it's got the gold foiling on it. So one side is all gold. You see that? Sort of there's the pebbled path with the gold foil lettering on top. There's a graph paper one that's been distressed. Gold foil leaves, speckles, delicate flowers, and these are actually from the Lovely and Sweet bundle, and that's the back. So this is the one we're going to be using. It's best to cut it in half this way, so that it's 6 by 12, and then you can turn it horizontally and cut them at 4-inch intervals, so then you get 6 card fronts from it, and that's basically what my card is made of today. And so that's the back, that's the front. I suppose you could also colour these in if you wish. These are the gems that you can get free, and I gold embossed the words. So you'll need Versamark ink, embossing tools additions kit, and the metallics embossing powders, and we're going to be using the gold one, and a heat tool of course. So the cardstock you need will be half an A4 sheet. Actually this has been cut at 5 3/4 by 8 1/4, and in metric that's 14.8 by 21 centimeters, and folded in half. First matte layer, which is on the front of the card, is 4 inches by 5 5/8 inches, and in metric that will be 10.2 by 14.3. So let's attach that to the card base. The reason I'm applying the glue on the cardstock rather than on the designer series paper is because sometimes the marks will show on the paper where your glue line is. Ensure that your writing is the right way up when you put it down, leaving an even border all round. While it is wet, there is a tendency for the paper to move, so make sure that it is still in the same position. Okay, next I want to pop this on, and this was cut, as I said before, into 4x6, and then you want to trim it down to 3.5 by 5.25. Now remember, if you want to keep your pattern central, you have to cut equal amounts on all 4 sides. And centre that on this bit. Then there is a strip, so I want to trim that to 3.5 as well. I've put double-sided tape or tear and tape on the back. I think I'll put this at the top here because I don't want to cover up the flower. This strip measures 3/4 inch by 3.5 inches. So in centimetres that will be 2 centimetres by 9 centimetres. I want a scrap of basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to tap some Dust Buddy over it. Ink it up with Versamark ink and stamp Happy Valentine's Day on the cardstock. Bring in the gold embossing powder, flick off the excess, bring in the die from Excellent Eggs dies. Then I'm going to die cut that off camera and I'll be back. Now I've put dimensionals on the back, so I'm just going to centre it on here like so. I think I might put one up there and a couple down here. For the inside of the card, you need a pebble path matte layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5.5 inches. In metric, that's 9.5 by 14 centimetres. Then there's a second matte layer that goes on top in basic white, and that's 3 5/8 by 5 3/8, which is 9.2 by 13.7. Then you want a strip of DSP, the same pattern as the card front, and that measures 1/2 inch by 3 5/8, and that's 0.6 centimetres by 9.2 centimetres. Take the tear and tape off from the back, line it up on the cardstock. That's so that I'm sure it's straight, and then trim off the ends. Then glue this to the pebbled path piece, leaving an even border all round, and glue this to the inside, leaving an even border all round that as well. Oh, I forgot to stamp the sentiment. Silly me. Let's put some Dust Buddy along there. Bring back the Versamark. Ink it up with Versamark. And make sure that's straight. Bring back the gold embossing powder. Tap off the excess. Bring back the heat tool and emboss that. So nice and simple, quick and easy, not too much flowery stuff, so it's more masculine. So there are my masculine Valentine cards with nature's sweetness. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll be back with more inspiration next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.